As we mark the 20th anniversary of this International Day, we celebrate the fact that older people around the world are living longer and healthier lives. And as we heard, this is the first time in history there will be more older persons in the world than children in just a couple decades. This is certainly a reason for all of us to celebrate here today. And throughout the month of October, older persons, their families, and their communities will be celebrating and gathering around the world and marching in their cities to call to attention the contributions that older people make to society. But as we celebrate, it is also important to recognize that we are far from fulfilling our goal of building a society for all ages. Just 2 weeks ago, President Obama and the world leaders gathered here in our city, New York, at the United Nations General Assembly, and the heads of state presented their agendas, priorities, and concerns on the world stage, and reaffirmed their renewed support for the Millennium Development Goals, which is an ambitious agenda set by world leaders 10 years ago to tackle global poverty. There's no doubt, as Ambassador Ritz has mentioned, that the MDGs have been influential in galvanizing international support and providing momentum to tackle poverty, hunger, disease, climate change, and discrimination against women. However, as a committee of organizations representing older persons around the world, we are concerned. And we're concerned about the continued exclusion of older women and men in the agreements of the Millennium Development Goals. There is significant lack of recognition of the critical contribution they make to the achievement of the MDGs, and older persons continue to remain invisible in the efforts to achieve the MDGs. Poverty affects whole households and is transmitted across generations. Old age can be a period of extreme vulnerability and poverty and ill health and social exclusion. It has been estimated that currently less than 20% of people in the world are covered by pensions, and that suggests that 607 million people aged 60 and over lack income security and live in poverty. Despite this information, older people are not explicitly mentioned in any of the MDGs or their targets, and to measure their progress. As a result, most developing policies and programs focus their efforts on children, young people, the working aging poor, lacking any understanding of the critical social economic contributions that older people make. As we heard, when older people's rights are respected and their efforts are supported, the contributions they make is even greater and significantly contributes to achieving the MDGs. So today, the NGO Committee on Aging calls for a more inclusive, rights-based approach to ensure that all of those living in poverty, including older women and men, are reached. Through this International UN Day, the International Day of Older Persons, we hope to raise awareness of the objectives set forth by the Millennium Development Goals and their relevance to older persons. We also hope to identify the activities of older persons to achieve the MDGs. We hope to exchange ideas for further involvement of older persons in the progress of the MDGs. And last, we hope to develop action items to recognize the human dignity and equality of older men and women. And throughout the morning, the speakers, we hope that you will help us to accomplish some of these goals that we've set for today, the International Day.